They believed the doctors were sent by God. In candlelit chambers thick with incense and fear, kings and queens placed their trust not in swords or armies, but in men wearing robes stained with blood and ointment. These healers spoke Latin, quoted ancient texts, and promised salvation through pain. And because they were doctors, no one stopped them. This is the story of how royal medicine became torture. How crowns could command nations but not mercy. How kings survived wars, assassinations, and rebellions, only to be destroyed by the hands meant to save them. This is the story of doctors who killed kings. Charles II of England wakes to violent convulsions. His body jerks uncontrollably. His jaw locks. His vision blurs. The king collapses, foam at his lips, the room erupting into panic. Within moments, physicians flood the chamber, not with calm but with certainty. They know what to do. They always know. A blade opens Charles's arm. Blood pours into waiting bowls. More blood is taken. Then more. They believe sickness lives in excess and excess must be removed. The king grows pale. His lips crack. His pulse weakens. This is only the beginning. They shave his head. They blister his skin with hot irons to draw illness out. They force purging liquids down his throat, substances meant to empty the body until nothing remains inside. His stomach cramps violently. He vomits. He soils the bed. Still conscious. Still aware. Then comes Mercury. Poison disguised as cure. It burns through his system, damaging organs already struggling to survive. At one point, powdered skull scraped from a dead man is mixed into a drink and given to the king. The logic is religious, not medical. Death must be fought with death. Between seizures, Charles apologizes. "I am sorry, gentlemen," he says softly, "for being such a long time dying." The doctors continue. By the time Charles II finally dies, he is not killed by illness alone. He has been bled, burned, poisoned, purged, blistered, and weakened into death by devotion to tradition. The king did not survive his doctors. Louis XIV of France believed deeply in medicine. The Sun King trusted his physicians so completely that they were allowed to experiment on his body in ways no common man would survive. As he aged, Louis suffered constant pain, gout so severe it felt like fire in his joints, infections that refused to heal, abscesses forming deep within his flesh. Doctors attacked him with purges and enemas so frequent his body never rested. They forced substances into him meant to cleanse his humors, violent treatments that drained his strength daily. Then came the fistula, a painful infection near the anus, swelling and burning, making it impossible to sit, impossible to sleep. The doctors decided surgery was the answer. This is the 17th century. There is no anesthesia. Louis is held down. A blade cuts into infected flesh. He screams. Blood pours. The room reeks of iron and fear. The procedure lasts hours. Amazingly, he survives. But thousands of nobles who witnessed the successful operation demanded the same surgery for far lesser ailments. Many died. Royal medicine became fashion. Fashion became fatal. Not all kings screamed. Some endured in silence. Henry VIII's doctors watched as their king rotted alive. His legs were covered in ulcers, deep, open wounds that never closed. The flesh split constantly, leaking pus and blood. The smell was unbearable. Servants fainted. Bandages were changed daily, soaked through again and again. Doctors cut into the wounds to release the sickness. They burned the flesh. They packed the open sores with foul-smelling poultices made from herbs, animal fat, and chemicals that only worsened infection. No one understood bacteria. Henry's pain was constant. Walking became torture. Sleeping was agony. Fever haunted him. Infection poisoned his blood. And yet the treatments never stopped. Each new ointment promised relief. Each new incision brought fresh suffering. His temper darkened, his mind clouded, his cruelty sharpened. Not because power corrupts, but because pain does. The doctors did not kill Henry quickly. They kept him alive long enough for his body to betray him piece by piece. Some monarchs were tortured not by cuts or fire, but by madness forced deeper by treatment. George III's mind began to fracture. At first, restlessness, then endless talking, then uncontrollable emotion. His thoughts raced. His speech became frantic. His body burned with internal heat. Doctors believed insanity was physical excess. They bled him. They restrained him. They blistered his skin. They purged him violently. His urine turned purple. His skin burned. His confusion deepened. In moments of clarity, George realized something was terribly wrong. Imagine being king and understanding that your mind is slipping beyond reach, while doctors strap you down and call it healing. Their treatments did not save him. They ensured his mind never recovered. Some queens suffered quieter torture. Mary the First of England believed she was pregnant. Her body changed. Her belly swelled. Her breasts leaked. Doctors confirmed it. The court celebrated. Bells rang across the kingdom. But months passed. No labor came. The doctors reassured her again and again. More prayers. More treatments. More false hope. Her body continued the illusion, possibly driven by tumors or hormonal collapse. Every day was humiliation. Every night was dread. When the truth emerged, Mary collapsed emotionally. Soon after, illness consumed her. Fever, weakness, despair. The doctors had no answers. They never did. Medicine did not only torture in life. It haunted death. Alexander the Great fell ill suddenly. Fever. Weakness. Then paralysis. His body stopped responding. His eyes remained open. Doctors declared him dead. Yet his body did not rot. For 6 days. No decay. No smell. No bloating. Was he dead, or trapped inside a paralyzed body while physicians prepared his burial? Ancient medicine could not tell the difference. The fear of premature burial haunted royalty for centuries. Bells were installed in coffins. Tombs were designed with escape mechanisms, because doctors had been wrong before. And when they were wrong, kings paid the price. Mercury was one of medicine's favorite weapons. Syphilis ravaged royal courts across Europe. Doctors treated it with mercury, applied to skin, ingested, inhaled. The cure slowly poisoned patients. Teeth loosened. Gums rotted. Minds deteriorated. Organs failed. Ivan the Terrible endured mercury treatments for years. His bones ached. His joints burned. His mind warped under both disease and poison. Paranoia consumed him. Violence followed. The doctors did not stop. The king became monstrous, and history blamed him alone. Royal doctors were not evil. They were worse. They were certain. They believed suffering was proof of healing. That pain meant progress. That bloodletting cleansed the soul as much as the body. No one dared question them. To oppose a royal physician was to oppose God, tradition, and centuries of authority. And so kings endured. They endured cuts without anesthesia, burns without relief, poisons disguised as medicine, treatments that weakened instead of healed. Because refusing treatment was unthinkable. A king could command execution, but not mercy from medicine. In the end, these monarchs did not die as gods. They died as patients, strapped down, cut open, drained, burned, apologizing for surviving too long. Their crowns lay nearby useless. Gold could not stop infection. Power could not cure ignorance. Divinity could not overcome tradition. And when history tells us how these kings and queens died, it often names disease. But the truth is darker. Many of them were killed slowly, faithfully, and legally by their doctors. This is the truth behind royal medicine. Not healing, not salvation, but ritualized suffering. And behind every divine crown, beneath silk and ceremony, was a human body enduring torture in the name of cure. This was not an age without compassion. It was an age that believed pain was necessary. And kings paid for that belief with their lives. Welcome to Throne Unknown.